好，我们现在开始讲今天的课。
So we are going to begin now with this afternoon's teaching.
好，那么我们今天的这个课的题目，就是大概有2个内容。
So the topic that we're going to talk about this afternoon has 2 main components.
第一个就是临终的引导。
The first of these is instructions for the time of death.
也就是说，临终的时候我们应该做什么？我们可以做什么？这是关于这方面的内容。
So in this section of the teaching, we're going to talk about what we can do or should do at the time of death.
然后第二个意思呢，内容呢就是破瓦就是前世，把我们的意识从这个世界迁移到另外一个世界，那么这个就是破瓦也有一种方法今天我们就这2个内容。
And the second component of this afternoon's teaching will be the Powa practice, which is a method of transferring our consciousness from effectively one world to another. And that will be the second component of this afternoon's teaching.
首先我们要知道，我们全世界的人，全世界绝大多数的人对这个死亡的了解对死亡的理解目前就是不够深，也就是说我们还没有充分的了解到死亡的真相。
So the first thing that we need to note is that in the whole world, the vast majority of people do not have a deep understanding of death or the dying process. That is to say, they don't yet have a thorough enough understanding of the truth of death.
所以我们很多人认为临终的时候做什么准备呢？没有什么准备可以做了因为临终的时候这个生命即将结束一切都结束了，没有什么准备可以做。
Most people think that at the death juncture there is no need to do anything because there isn't anything that you can do. In fact, at death, life is coming to an end. It is finishing. This is what most people think.
那么这种想法呢就是我们因为不了解死亡的时候到底发生了什么，这些我们都不了解，所以就是产生了一种这样子的想法。
But the reason that people have this attitude or way of thinking is just because they don't understand the death process, and due to this lack of understanding, they give rise to thinking like this.
实际上我们的这个人的生命或者是人的意识它一定会延续它不会因为死亡而结束。
In actual fact, however, a human life, or rather our consciousness continues. It doesn't cease or terminate because of the event of death.
那么这个问题我们必须要了解透彻因为这个就是一个我们学佛的一个基础然后呢对我们每一个人的修心也有很大的关系所以人死了以后到底我们的生命会延续还是停止这个我们必须要搞明白。
This is an issue that everyone really needs to gain a proper understanding of because it's really the foundation of Buddhist practice. It has great connection to our Buddhist practice. As to what happens at death, whether our consciousness continues or stops, this is something that we all need to have a proper understanding of.
那么我们这是我们的生命还会 延续还会继续。所以呢，我们应该要去做一些准备。
Because our lives or our consciousness, mind stream will continue, there are some preparations that we necessarily should do.
虽然可以做很多的准备，佛教尤其是密宗里面讲了很多很多的面对死亡的方法，但其中有一个非常关键的非常非常关键的就是证悟我们这一生当中一定要证悟。如果我们能够证悟了空性，那么这样子以后呢，我们到时候所有问题都很好解决。
So as to the various things we can do to prepare for death, there's a great many contained in the Buddhist teachings, especially in the Vajrayana teachings. There are many instructions as to what we can do at the time of death. However, among all of the various methods that we can implement, well, the most vital thing is achieving awakening, gaining a realization of emptiness. If we are able to do this during our lifetimes, then in fact everything at the time of death is resolved very easily.
如果这一生当中我们能够证悟这样子的话，到时候我们在这个临终的时候或者是临终的以后的这些所有的问题，就是以这个证悟的智慧来面对这样子的话，所有问题到时候都不是问题。
If during our lifetimes we are able to gain a realization of emptiness, then at the time of death and after our death, then everything that we encounter we will be able to face with the wisdom derived from our realization of emptiness, such that nothing will confront us as a problem.
证悟我们所有人都有这个机会。
As for enlightenment, this is something that everyone has an opportunity to achieve.
出家人、僧侣可以证悟同时在家人也一样的可以证悟。
Monastics, lay people all have the same opportunity to attain enlightenment.
然后男生可以证悟，女生一样也可以证悟。
Men can achieve enlightenment, so can women just the same.
所以这个证悟对任何人来说都是有机会的。
So we can say that the opportunity to attain enlightenment is something that everybody has.
所以我们一定要这一生当中要争取证悟。
So everyone in this lifetime should do their best to attain enlightenment.
有2个问题解决了，那么我们的生死轮回当中的所有问题解决了。
There are 2 issues that if we can resolve, will solve all of our problems of life and death.
第一个问题就是我们一定要有菩提心。
So the first of these is cultivating bodhicitta.
然后第2就是要证悟空性。
And the second is gaining a realization of emptiness.
好，这2个是我们这一生学佛的最终极的2个目标。
So as students of Buddhism, these 2 things are our ultimate goals of practice in this lifetime.
好，这2个做到了，我们这一生的这个学佛非常成功了。
If we can achieve these things, then our Buddhist practice in this lifetime will have been very successful.
如果这2个没有做到，目的还没有达到，这样子的话，我们虽然是做了很多很多的善事念了很多很多的咒但是最根本的问题最终极的目标还没有达到。
If, however, we are not able to achieve these two goals, then despite the many virtuous deeds we might have done in this lifetime and the many mantras we might have chanted and so on, we still won't have addressed our ultimate purpose of practice.
如果我们有了这个菩提心，然后证悟了空心这两个都有了，这样子的话，临终的时候不需要有任何的其他方法来面对，就用这两个来面对，一切问题都可以解决。
If we are able to cultivate bodhicitta and we are able to realize emptiness, then at the time of death it's not necessary for us to use any other method or rely on any other strategy. Just with these two things, equipped with these two things, we'll be able to confront everything.
为了菩提心为了证悟，我们可以做很多事情但是这些所有的事情，它的最终的目的就是这两个，就是菩提心和证悟。
So there are many kinds of practice that we can engage in and cultivate. However, these two, bodhicitta and realization of emptiness, are our ultimate goals.
然后如果没有这两个没有菩提心，没有证悟空心这样子的话，我们临终的时候，就是以什么东西来面对呢？我们做什么样的准备呢？就是有一定的难度但是呢，也可以做一些准备。
So if we lack these things, bodhicitta and a realization of emptiness, then at the time of death, in terms of what we can do and what preparations we can make, we are to some extent limited. However, there still are things we can do.
好，那么我们现在给大家介绍这个我们临终的时候还可以做一些什么样的其他的准备。
So what I'd like to talk about now is, at the time of death, the other kinds of preparations that we can do.
如果到临终的时候到了临终的时候，我们还没有证悟这样子的话，那我们可以做哪些准备呢？
So if at the time of death we haven't yet achieved enlightenment, then what kinds of preparations can we make?
有5个方面。
There are 5 essential aspects.
那这5个方面的准备都是非常有用的。
And these 5 aspects of preparation are extremely useful and beneficial.
所以我们就是从现在开始做一些训练。
So we should begin to train in these things starting now.
我们每一个人都认为死亡离我们很远很远所以我们平时都没有当一回事但是我们现在如果这个做一些准备，这样子的话，这个准备做得越早越好。
A lot of people consider death to be something very remote, very distant, and therefore don't really give it much thought. However, if we do embark on preparations, the earlier we begin, the better.
我们每一个人对未来也有很多的焦虑，也有很多的担忧。
Many people have great anxiety and worry about the future.
然后心理学家有一种实验，那么我们人对未来的这些焦虑当中，比如说对下一个月或者是对明年的这个担忧这些担忧当中呢，70%都是不会发生的是我们自己就是多余的担忧。
Psychologists have actually done an experiment about our anxieties and worries about the future, whether they be worries about things that might happen next month or next year. And what they discovered is that approximately 70% of those things that we worry about are things that won't happen. Essentially, they're worries that are created by ourselves in our minds.
然后我们平时买很多的保险比如说我们买车的保险，但是也许这一年我们的车也许不会出任何的问题。
And in the normal course of events, we purchase a lot of insurance packages. For example, if we purchase automobile insurance, even though it's possible that within a year we won't have any accidents.
然后我们为了养老为了看病也做很多的准备。也买很多的保险但是呢，也许我们就到临终为止不会生很大的病。
And with regards to retirement and our medical affairs, we purchase insurance, even though it's possible that up until the time of death we won't encounter any great problem in this regard.
但是死亡就不一样死亡是不一样的是一个非常特殊的例子，所以我们每一个人一定要面对。
However, death is different from all of these things. It's a special case. It's something that everyone will necessarily encounter.
那么我们的生活当中不一定出现的这样子的事情。为了这些事情我们要做这么多的准备买这么多的保险那一定会发生的事情那我们是应该做一些准备的
So if in terms of various things in our life, those things that won't necessarily take place, we are willing to make so much preparation in respect of, such as buy insurance and so forth. Well, if we're willing to do so much for events that might not necessarily happen, we should certainly be willing to make preparation for death, which is something that necessarily will happen.
那么做我们可以做的这些准备当中首先第一个就是这五个叫做五个力量就是我们临终的时候依靠这五种力量就是比较理想的比较顺利的去往生有五个力量。
So in terms of the preparations that we can make, or rather the practices that we can put in place at the time of death, there are 5 aspects that we refer to as the 5 powers. And through reliance on the 5 powers at the time of death, it's possible that we will be able to pass from this life successfully.
首先第一个力量叫做善离就是善恶的善的力量善业的力量
So the first of these powers is known as the power of, it has different names, the power of altruism, the power of merit.
这个善离善的力量是什么样子呢我们比如说医生说比如说病危没有办法治或者是自己知道已经不行了那这样子的时候就开始做这个准备
So in terms of this power, the power of altruism, we should start to practice it when we are either informed by a doctor that we've contracted an illness that is not able to be cured, or when we know ourselves that our death is imminent.
那临终的时候是一个很严重的一个障碍阻碍就是我们对这个人世界的眷恋
At the time of death, a really serious obstacle for us is our attachment and clinging to things in this life.
比如说财产家人等等
For example, property, things, family members, and so on.
如果我们对儿女、对父母或者对其他的亲人还有就是对自己的财产有这个眷恋有贪着这样子的话走往生没办法很顺利的往生就是说走得不好，所以呢就是在临终的时候一定要把这个断掉。
If at the time of death we have a great deal of attachment to our sons or daughters or parents or other relatives or to our property, then it's very difficult with this kind of attachment for us to die in a comfortable or successful way. So it's really important at this time that we release these attachments.
然后把自己的所有的财产所有的财产就分配如果自己认为做什么事情是最有意义，那就是捐给他们，比如说学校、寺庙或者是医院做什么都可以，自己认为什么事情最有意义，就把捐给他们有一部分如果需要留给儿女或者把这些全部要分配好就不要自己不要对这些东西产生任何的贪着。
So prior to dying, it's important that in terms of our property, our things, that we distribute them. We distribute them properly. So we should do this to whichever cause we find most meaningful, whether that be a school or a temple or a hospital. We should donate our things to this cause. If we wish to leave some to our children, then we should do that. In any case, it's important that we distribute our objects properly so that at the time of death we are not clinging to them.
这个善的力量这个善力平时我们在日常生活当中都要行善但是我们讲的这个5个力量的善，就是我们这一生当中的最后一个行善。
So when we talk about the power of altruism, usually in the course of our lives we should act altruistically. However, in this context, when we speak of the 5 powers, the power of altruism in this context is referring to our final act of altruism.
这种做法这种行为，一方面呢，就是最后一个行善另外一方面呢，就是断掉自己的眷恋它就有这样子的2个不一样的这个作用。
So this power of altruism, it has 2 different functions. The first being, as just mentioned, the final act of altruism or generosity that we engage in this lifetime. And secondly, it carries the capacity for us to relinquish our attachment. So these are the 2 aspects of this power of altruism.
因为这个临终的时候他对家人对这些东西的眷恋一定会非常严重的影响他的往生，所以人要往生的时候要这个死亡的时候呢就是在这个他能够看到的地方不要有任何让他容易产生贪着的这样子的东西，把这些东西全部，比如说他生前比较执着的这些东西全部挪开不要放在他看到的地方，不要放在他的视线当中。
Because at the time of death, if the person who is dying is very attached to these various kinds of things, it'll have a serious impact on their dying process. So it's really important that we don't place within the visible sight of the dying person things that they have harbored attachment to during their lifetimes. It's because if we do this, they will very easily give rise to attachment and clinging to them. So it's important that we don't allow these things to be within their sight.
还有一个呢，就是儿女或者是他的家人也就是在这个 临终的时候不要出现在他的视线当中啊，或者是也不能在他的身边啊哭闹啊这样子。
The other point to mention in this context is sons and daughters of the dying person or other close relatives. At the time of death, they should not be in the presence of the dying person, or rather, if they are, they should not cry and make a fuss.
这个方面，比如说西方有这样子的这个传统，我觉得是很好的。比如说人快要走的时候，儿女或者家人来见一面，见最后一面，然后呢告别那这个如果在这个传统上面再加一点佛教的东西，比如说我们告别了，那么告别了以后呢要走的人让他安静的走那么其他人呢就是不要影响大家都虽然大家都是舍不得的但是呢就是最好不要影响他的这个前途这样子以后呢告别完了以后呢，然后走的时候不要在身边这个哭哭啼啼这样子的话，这个是一个比较好的方法。
In Western countries, the tradition of sons and daughters and relatives coming to the side of a dying person and bidding their farewell is a very good tradition. If, in addition to this practice, some Buddhist content was added, it would be very good. So, besides bidding farewell to the dying person, if measures were undertaken to allow the dying person to pass away peacefully after one says goodbye, not to cry by the side of the person who is dying or carrying on, even though everyone feels extremely attached and reluctant to let this person pass from them. If all parties had an awareness of not obstructing the future dying process and path, this would be a good thing.
好，这个是5个准备当中的第一个。
So this is the first preparation or practice that we can do at the time of death.
然后是第二就叫做愿力就是发愿就是临终的时候发最后一个心愿。
And the next power is the power of intention. And so this is referring to the final intention or aspiration that the dying person makes at the time of death.
发愿就是我们修行的时候时时刻刻都要发愿发心愿，比如说像这个菩提心，发菩提心也是一种心愿，这个平时都需要。但是临终的时候，就是这一生当中的最后一个愿最后一个愿，所以呢，这就是临终的5个方法之一所以它就成为5力之一。
Usually in the course of our practice, we make aspirations and all the time we're constantly doing this, whether it be making aspirations of bodhicitta or other kinds of aspirations. But in this context, we are referring to the final aspiration that we make in this lifetime.
那我们在临终的时候发什么样的愿就是具体发什么样的愿呢虽然有很多所有的善愿这个时候都可以发，但是有一个重点有这么几个是非常重点非常关键的愿这个愿一定要发。
So at the time of death, there are many positive final aspirations that we can make, aspirations with many different virtuous aspects. However, it's important that several essential aspects are included.
那第一个愿就是发愿发自内心的或者是从内心深处发愿 我能够生生世世或者是我现在往生就投生的就立即能够遇到大乘佛法能够遇到大乘佛法这是第一个愿。
So the first aspiration is from the very depths of our heart to wish that in every life to come and in our next life immediately that we encounter the Mahayana teachings.
然后不仅仅是遇到了这个大乘佛法，而且我能够下一世我立刻就能够遇到大乘佛法的善知识，也就是给我讲给我传授大乘佛法的善知识。
And this aspiration is not just that in our next life or next lifetimes to come that we encounter the Mahayana Buddhist teachings, but that we also encounter a Mahayana spiritual friend or spiritual teacher who's able to impart to us these teachings.
第三个然后我能够就是下一世立刻拥有利益众生的这种力量能力。
And the next aspiration is in our next life to immediately have the capacity to benefit other beings.
主要就是这三个愿。
So the aspirations that we talk about in this context are principally these three.
当然，在这个上面比如说能够往生西方极乐世界能够往生这个莲花生大师的刹土等等等等这些愿都可以发。
Of course, in addition to these three aspirations, we can also make an aspiration to be reborn in Amitabha's Pure Land or Guru Rinpoche's Pure Land. We can make these aspirations in addition to.
然后这几个愿我们刚才讲的这几个愿，实际上这是像普显心愿品当中的最关键的心愿，也就是这些。
So these aspirations that we've just covered now are in fact the most important aspirations within the good aspirations of Samantabhadra.
就是我再重复一遍我往生了以后立刻立马就遇到大乘佛法，然后我遇到大乘佛法的同时能够遇到给我传授大乘佛法的善知识，然后呢我听到了大乘佛法以后，然后通过我的修心能够拥有利益众生的这个力量这样子的法愿简单说就这三个法愿是这个时候必须要发的愿。那么这三个愿就是这个时候是一个非常强大的力量，所以叫做愿力。
So just to summarize those three aspirations again, the first of them is that immediately in the next lifetime I might encounter the Mahayana Buddhist teachings. Secondly, that I might encounter a Mahayana Buddhist teacher who is able to impart these teachings to me. And thirdly, upon hearing these teachings and practicing them, that I might possess the power or the capacity to benefit living beings with these teachings. So these are the three necessary aspirations that we should or must make at the time of death. By making them at the time of death, they carry great power. And so these are what we refer to as the power of intention.
以上的这个两个力量当中第二个力量呢，我们现在也可以做随时随地都可以发这样子的愿如果我们平时没有这样发愿等到临终的时候发愿，那这个很不现实所以呢，临终的时候有可能有很多的这些不应该有的这些念头有可能会产生，所以我们现在就要做好准备， 这样子以后呢，临终的时候就可以很顺利、很成功的发这个愿。
In the normal course of our lives, we can also practice making these aspirations. If we simply wait until our final moment to make them, then this isn't particularly realistic. It's possible that at the time of death we give rise to all kinds of thoughts that we rather wouldn't. So it's important that we prepare by making these aspirations regularly throughout the course of our lives, so that at the time of death, these aspirations come readily to us, and we are able to die well.
好，这是第二礼。
That is the second power.
好，现在是第三第三叫做摧毁摧毁就是把它毁掉这样子的力量。那要毁掉什么呢？就是要毁掉我们的我执我们通过死亡来摧毁我们的我执那这个力量叫做摧毁力。
So the third power is the power of destruction. And when we talk about destruction here, what we mean is destruction of self-clinging or clinging to the ego. So with or through this power, we seek via death to destroy our self-clinging.
我们从无始以来到今天，我们在这个轮回当中经历了无数的生死那么每一次的这个生死，经过这个生死的时候呢，我们也经历了无数的沮丧、痛苦这样子那么这些的原因，或者是这些所有这样子的这个来源这些东西的来源，就是我执就是我执，我们对自我的执着。
Since beginningless time up until the present, we have, in the midst of cyclic existence, undergone countless deaths. That is, we've died countless times. And every time, upon every death, we have experienced great suffering. And the reason or the origin of this is our self-clinging, our attachment to self.
如果这一次的这个生死不能毁掉我的这个我执这样子的话，那么这个我执又会让我在这个轮回当中无尽止的流转下去没完没了，然后在这个过程当中又让我感受无数的痛苦，所以我这一次通过这个死亡一定要把它毁掉一定要把它摧毁，一定要把它断掉这种决心就是第三力。
So we should think at this time that if through this death I am not able to destroy or eliminate my self-clinging, then it will lead me once again to endlessly cycle in samsara and endlessly encounter countless sufferings. So we therefore resolve by means of this death to destroy our self-clinging, and this conviction or this resolve is what we refer to as the power of destruction.
那么我们人还活着的时候我们没有能够把我执摧毁那么死亡的时候怎么能够摧毁这个我执呢死亡我们刚才也讲过了，对一个修行的人来说它是一个非常好的一个修行的机会，也就是一个非常好的摧毁自我的机会所以这个时候是有办法的。
So you might ask, well, if we have not succeeded in destroying our self-clinging while we are alive, then how can we do so at the time of death or through death? And as Kempo mentioned before, to a practitioner, death is a wonderful opportunity for practice. It is possible through death to destroy our self-clinging. So there is a way for us to do this if we have not yet succeeded in doing so during our lifetime.
那么死亡的时候啊，为什么有一个这样子的机会呢？有一个这么难得的机会呢？因为我们人还活着的时候，就是有人的这些所有的意识啊、眼耳鼻舌身啊，这些都存在这些都存在。那么他们呢，就把我们的佛心、我们的心的本心就是覆盖遮盖不让我们发现。所以就是人活着的时候，我们要看到我们的心的本心或者是真悟都有一定的难度。
So how is it that death presents to us a rare opportunity for practice that we don't have when we are when we are still alive? Well, the reason that death is such a wonderful opportunity for practice is that when we are alive, our 5 sensory perceptions are still operative, and they obscure our Buddha nature. They prevent us from easily discovering it.
那么死亡的时候呢，人的除了我们的佛心心的本心、佛心以外的这些所有的意识我们的眼耳鼻舌身在一段时间当中全部会停止，全部会停止。那么停止的当下就有一个很好的机会能看到我们的心的本性。
But at the time of death, there is a moment when our sensory consciousness, our sensory faculties cease operating. And the moment that they cease operating is an excellent opportunity for us to recognize the basic nature of mind.
然后临终的时候一定要淡定如果这个时候手忙脚乱然后害怕恐惧这样子的话，这所有的这些机会都会错过的。
So it's important at the time of death that we remain calm, we remain composed, because if we give rise to fear and panic, then it's likely we'll miss this opportunity.
比如说我们每一个人在现实生活当中呢，离不开就是很多的罪恶，每个人都很多杀盗淫妄都会有的。那平时我们对自己的这个罪过要深深的体会到内疚懊悔后悔这样子。但是在临终的时候临终的时候呢，一定要这个把我们的一生当中，甚至是从无始以来所造的所有的罪过这个时候呢，就觉得没有太大的这个罪过，我不会有太多的罪过，这些罪过我已经这个忏悔了很多次，现在都已经是差不多已经清净了，没有太多罪过就是要这样子去看态度要这样子的态度去面对跟平时是相反的平时呢，我们对自己的行为不如法的行为，也就是说这些罪过要深深的感到后悔。但是临终的时候不能这样子就是原因就是因为临终的时候我们开始害怕开始后悔，那这样子的话就是没有办法淡定这样子以后呢，所有的机会都会错过的。所以这个时候就认为没有什么大不了的，没有什么太多的那么严重的罪过，没问题的就是要这样子的心态，要保持这样子的心态很重要的。
So at the time of death, it's very easy to give rise to great guilt about negative actions that we have conducted in our lifetimes, killing, stealing, other kinds of transgressions. Usually these kinds of behavior that we as practitioners should give rise to, we should feel regret about. However, at the time of death, it's really important that we adopt an attitude of not regarding ourselves to be burdened with too many negative misdeeds. We should think to ourselves that we've already confessed for our misdeeds many times. We've probably mostly purified the negative karma that we've accumulated. It's important that we think like this and cultivate this attitude. And it should be noted that this kind of thinking at the time of death is the opposite to the way that we normally think or we normally practice throughout our lives. Generally, when we do things that are in non-accordance with the Dharma, then we give rise to regret and remorse. This is how we should practice throughout our lives. However, at the death juncture, because we very easily give rise to fear and regret at this moment, it's very easy for these feelings and emotions to prevent us from being calm, and therefore we're very likely to miss this opportunity for practice. So it's really important then at this juncture to adopt an attitude of confidence with regards to one's karmic record, and maintaining this attitude is very important.
然后一生当中所造的这些所有的善那这个时候这些善根这些善事放大来看，意思就是说我这一生当中做了这么多的功德，做了这么多的善事造了这么多的善事，所以现在我面对这个死亡是没有问题的，不会有问题就是要这样子的心态。对所有的善事以这样子的心态把所有的善事都放大，把所有的罪过都放小以这样子的心态去面对这样子以后呢，这个对我们的往生或者是这个整个的过程当中就会有很大的帮助。
So at the same time as not dwelling on our past negative misdeeds, we should also magnify those positive or virtuous things that we have done. So we should think, in the course of this lifetime, I've done a lot of good, I've done a lot of virtuous things, I've done a lot of meritorious actions, so therefore I'm going to be fine in the face of death, it's not going to be a problem. We should maintain this attitude as far as we can. So this is one of magnifying our virtue, our virtuous deeds, and downplaying our negative actions. And if we can do this, it will be of great benefit to the dying process.
然后就告诉自己等一下我这个进入了临终中阴的这个状态的时候当我的所有的这些意识消失的时候，我的心的本心佛心就会显现出来那这个时候我一定要认识到我一定要安住在这个佛心当中我一定要做到这样子。那么这样子以后呢等一下这个佛心出来的时候然后我们就会进入这个光明或者是空心的状态。那这个是一个非常非常难得的一个机会如果这个机会我们把握得好这样子的话，这叫做中阴解脱就是在中阴当中就解脱了，成佛都有可能的所以就完全可以毁掉这些所有的我执。
And we should think to ourselves that in a short moment, when we enter into the intermediate state and our sense consciousnesses depart, they dissolve, that our Buddha nature will manifest, and we should undertake to recognize it and to abide in this natural state of mind. When our Buddha nature does manifest, this opportunity to abide in this state of luminosity or emptiness is a very rare opportunity that, if we are able to grasp well, has the potential for us to achieve what is called liberation in the Bardo state. It's possible even in this state to achieve Buddhahood, and through this to eliminate completely our self-clinging.
好，这以上就是第三个这个力量。
So that was the third power.
然后第四。
And now for the fourth power.
第四就叫做引法引法力。引法力的意思是什么样子？比如说我们比如说晚上就睡觉之前告诉自己我明天3点钟的时候我一定要醒过来我一定是凌晨3点钟的时候要醒过来这样子认真的去说想，然后睡着了睡着了以后呢，3点钟的时候就正好3点钟的时候，自然就会醒过来的。那么我们的意识它有一种这样子的功能，那我们睡觉之前的这种提醒到时候我们人睡着了但是呢，它就会引发出3点钟的时候就这个舒心醒过来这是我们的意识的一种功能。那这个功能叫做引法那这个功能我们在临终的时候要用这个功能。
And the next power, in fact, this is the power that is referred to as the power of intention. The power that number 2 that we spoke of is actually referred to as the power of motivation or the power of prayer. So this one is the power of intention, and this one refers to the power that comes from diligently reminding oneself to do something or diligently setting an intention. So, for example, before one goes to sleep at night, firmly casting the intention to wake up at 3 o'clock the following next morning. If we do this with sufficient resolve, then it's possible for us to naturally wake up at this time. This is a function or a capacity that our minds possess. So by using this capacity, utilizing it at the time of death is very important.
这个功能这个时候我们怎么用呢就是要告诉自己我进入了这个中阴的时候我进入中阴的时候，那么这些中阴的现象都会出来的。那么出来的时候呢，我一定要知道这是什么我一定要知道这是中阴然后呢，我不要迷茫这个时候我不要迷茫，我一定要知道这个是中阴。然后呢，在中阴当中的所有的这些都有一些面对他们的一些方法那这个时候我一定要把这个方法那个时候要想出来我一定要把这个方法用得上就是要这样子提醒自己这样子这个进入了这个死亡的话，那就是到了临终的时候然后呢，自然就回忆起来现在是什么状态这个状态我应该怎么去做？那这个是我们之前学到的所有的这些方法，这个时候都用得上头脑非常的清醒一点都不会迷茫。
So here with the power of intention, what we need to do is tell ourselves prior to dying that when we arrive in the bardo state and various appearances arise, that we must recognize these appearances as the bardo state. And we should undertake not to be confused. We should undertake to be able to recognize them very clearly, and not only that, to put into place, to remember, to recall and to put into place the various counter strategies that we have learned vis-a-vis these various appearances that will arise. So by reminding ourselves of this prior to and at the time of death, then it's possible for us, upon entering into the intermediate state, to recall with great clarity these things.
那中阴的时候有什么样的方法？然后呢，在中阴会出现什么样的状况？这些我们因为今天我们的时间的关系来不及的这个详细的讲大家要去阅读这个《西藏度亡经》那这里面讲得非常清楚。
As to the various appearances that arise, or the various phenomena of the bardo states, and what one should do in these various stages, today we don't have enough time to go into the details. However, everyone should consult for themselves the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
然后这方面的中文的这个讲解这个我们之前也讲过很多次。有很多的视频大家可以看，然后呢我想也会有很多的英文的这方面的这个资料，因为这个是藏传佛教里面的一个非常核心的部分，所以每个上师他们都会讲，所以肯定是会有很多的英文的资料。那么这样子的话，学习的资料应该是不缺我们去学，自己去学听。
Khenpo has previously given teachings on this many times in the past, so there are many recordings and teachings available online for everybody to listen to, and English materials on this topic too are no doubt also abundant, the reason being that it is really core content within the Tibetan tradition. So these are teachings that every teacher more or less will cover. So it is likely that the English materials are also not lacking. In any case, everyone should consult these materials, listen to these teachings, and study their contents.
好，最后我们讲最后一个力量。那么最后一个这个力量叫做传习传习力，也就叫做修心的力量。
The final power is the power of training. It's also sometimes referred to as the power of familiarity.
修心的力量这个时候呢，我们如果能够临终的时候如果能够这样子坐着就是平时我们像大坐一样能够坐那就是这么端正的坐。如果那个时候因为身体的原因不能坐那就是右侧放在下面，就像我们南传佛教的很多寺庙当中看到这个佛陀圆寂的时候的这个卧佛的这个姿势右侧放下面，然后呢头朝北方头朝北方然后呢右手放在头下面，然后呢左手呢放在这个左腿上面。那这个在佛教里面呢，这个就是一个临终的时候是一个非常重要的一个身体的姿势做这个姿势。
At the time of death, if we're able to sit in the meditation posture upright, then this is excellent. But if we're not able to do so for physical reasons, then we can lie on our right side in a pose like the reclining Buddha. We see many pictures of the Buddha entering nirvana in Theravada monasteries, the Buddha lying on his side. So this is a very important posture. One lies on one's side with one's head facing north, one's right hand supporting under one's head, one's left hand resting on the top of one's left thigh.
然后就发菩提心。
And at this point, make an aspiration of bodhicitta.
好，这个里面最后的这个力量当中呢，我们讲今天的我们的课里面的最后一个这个内容就是破瓦，简单的破瓦。
So now we're going to talk about the final part of today's teaching, the poa practice.
然后破瓦如果我们要去学一个珍贵的破瓦，那么首先是要观定观了定以后就去学习这个破瓦这样子修今天我们讲的是一个简单的破瓦，这个没有观过定的我想我们今天在座里面可能也许有没有观过定的没有观过定的也就可以修的一个这样子的一个简略的破瓦今天给大家介绍这种破瓦。
So what Khenpo would like to talk about briefly this afternoon is a simple, abbreviated poa practice that anyone can practice, whether or not they have received a tantric empowerment. Generally, in order to do full or proper poa practice, it's necessary to first receive an appropriate tantric empowerment and then to study the poa practice. However, what Khenpo is going to be talking about right now is just a simple, straightforward practice that anyone can do.
好，这个破瓦修这个破瓦的时候呢，我们首先在自己的头顶就是比如说我们头朝北方那么就是这个头顶或者这个北方的上空观想阿弥陀佛或者是莲花生大士或者是我们每一个人有自己的上师把自己的上师或者是阿弥陀佛或者是莲花生大师或者其他观世音菩萨都可以我们自己对哪一个菩萨特别的有信心或者是对哪一位上师有特别信心，那么这个菩萨佛或者上师观想在我们的头顶的上空。
So what we do in this practice is to visualize at the crown of our head either a bodhisattva or a Buddha or our spiritual teacher, might be Guru Rinpoche or Amitabha, our own Lama or Chenrezig. In any case, we should visualize this Buddha, Bodhisattva or spiritual teacher at the crown of our head.
然后这个观想好了以后呢，在我们的身体的正中间就观想中脉。
And then we should visualize the central channel in the running from the bottom to the top of our bodies.
中脉是密宗里面的一种脉就是人体当中的一种脉，但是这个脉跟我们平时医学上讲的经脉、动脉这些都是不一样的。但是呢，它也是实际上是存在的一个这样子，但是它的物质的结构跟我们的现在的这个肉体的物质构成我们的肉体的物质跟构成中脉的物质，它物质的本质不一样，所以我们的肉眼看不见然后呢，医学上任何一个医学的这个仪器它都没办法测但是它就是存在的。
So this central channel that we're talking about in this context is the central channel of the subtle body according to the Vajrayana teachings. This channel is different to the various veins and arteries that exist in our physical body. its material structure is different from these other components that comprise our physical body. So the difference between it and other such organs is the structure of the matter of which it's made up of. However, even though our naked eye can't see it, and no medical advice can detect it, nevertheless it does objectively exist.
虽然我们的肉眼看不见但是修行的人大坐的时候能够感觉到它的存在。
So even though this channel is not something that we can see with our naked eye, a practitioner and a meditator is able to feel or perceive its existence.
好，这个中脉它长什么样子呢？它实际上简单的说，它就是一种观子一样出息呢就跟我们每一个人的这个无名指这么的出就给自己的无名指这么出。然后这个观子就是一个观子的形状，那么这个就是从我们的肚脐下面的4个手指这地方，在中医里面这叫做丹田从丹田，然后呢就身体的正中间，然后上段就在这个我们头发的发旋这个地方是打开的上段是打开的然后呢下段是封闭的封闭的，下段是封闭的，上段是打开的一个这样子的一个这个中脉观想在我们的身体的正中间。
So how should we visualize the appearance of this central channel? Well, putting it simply, this central channel is like a tube or a pipe that runs from a point 4 fingers width below our navel, starting there, and then running up through our body to the crown of our head, or the fontanelle. Size of the tube in question, it's approximately as wide as our 4th finger, and we visualize it as sealed at its base and open at the top.
然后这个心睑心口这个地方心口这个位置，心睑这个位置那我们把我们的意识就是观想为一个很小的，就像一粒豌豆一粒米这么小的一个光这个光实际上就是我们的意识，也就是说我们的意识就变成了一个这样子的光，然后就在这个中脉的这个我们的心睑的这个部位就在这个心睑把我们的我们的意识观想为一个这样子的光。
And then we visualize our consciousness in the form of a small sphere of light, as small as a pea or a grain of rice. And so we visualize our consciousness in this form located at our heart, or at the heart chakra.
然后呢我们把上师已经观想了，然后呢我们把这个中脉也已经观想好了，然后中脉的里面呢把我们的意识也就观想好了。那么这个观想的部分呢基本上都观想好了，就是都包含在这个当中。
So we've visualized our teacher at the crown of our head, we've visualized the central channel, and we visualized our consciousness in the form of a small sphere of light inside the channel at our heart chakra. So all of the visualizations that we need to perform in the context of this practice are encompassed within these 3.
好，这些都观想好了以后呢现在就是真实的开始真实的破瓦破瓦就是 真实的这个痊愈，把我们的意识通过这个中脉通过中脉，然后从我们的这个头顶飞出去，飞到我们刚才已经观想了阿弥陀佛或者是莲花生大师，或者我们的上师飞到上师的心间或者是阿弥陀佛的心间融入到我们阿弥陀佛或者上师的心间。
So once we've visualized these three things, then we begin with the actual poa practice, or the process of expelling our consciousness from the top of our head, out the top of our head, and then with our teacher or Amitabha or whichever deity or teacher it is that we are visualizing, we visualize expelling our consciousness out the top of our head, and then this sphere of light entering our teacher or deity through their heart and mingling with them.
然后走的时候我们观想这个我们这个中脉里面的意识这个光逐渐的往上走就是到了最后到了这个头顶这个时候呢，我们念一声这个咒语，这个咒语叫做帕帕就是一种咒语帕的，这样子以后呢，意识从这个头顶就飞入这个阿弥陀佛或者上师的心间这样子帕。
So this process of expelling our consciousness through our central channel and out the top of our head and then into the heart space of Amitabha or our teacher, we do so gradually. And when we expel our consciousness from the top of our head, we do so uttering a mantra syllable of Pat. So Pat in this context is a mantra syllable.
这个比较珍贵的这个婆瓦里面呢，有仪轨可以念，有仪轨可以念那我们现在讲的这个观顶没有观顶，大家都可以用的这个婆瓦呢，那么我们可以念佛念阿弥陀佛其余的不需要念太多的仪轨就念佛或者是念莲花生大师的祈祷文上师的祈祷文，然后呢就是强烈的信心，强大的信心祈祷上师或者是佛阿弥陀佛莲花生大师来接引我到西方极乐世界这样子啪的以后就是进入到上师和佛的心间这样就可以，不需要念太多的仪轨。
So in standard Poa practice, there's a sadhana or a liturgy that is recited. However, what we're talking about today is a practice that everybody can do regardless of whether or not they've had an empowerment. So it's not necessary then for lengthy sadhana to be recited. Simply reciting the Amitabha Buddha's name is sufficient, or reciting a supplication prayer to Guru Rinpoche. It's important that as we do this, we generate extremely earnest faith, and we pray with great resolve that our teacher or Amitabha will meet us and lead us to their pure land.
那这个时候我们用一次这个啪这样子是不一定能够走反复的在生命的最后的这个阶段这个一定要把握好要不然的话早了提前了，那么就走不了的所以就是把这个生命的最后的一段时间把握好，然后呢反复的 然后先融入然后融入一次，然后有观想，观想了以后呢，再融入，反复的这个当中就可以，最后就可以在这个当中就往生。
So when we utter pat, this symbol, and visualize ourselves expelling our consciousness through the top of our head, it's possible that one time will not be sufficient, and so it's important we need to do this over and over. So we visualize ourselves expelling our consciousness. We say pat, and then we then revisualize again ourselves doing it, and then say pat again. It's necessary to do this over and over again. It's probably not possible to accomplish this just one time. One time might not be enough for the consciousness to go.
以前有一个老上师，然后呢，他有一个弟子，就他们两个就两个人单独在山上大做修心。
Once upon a time, there was an old master, and he had a disciple, and they were in the mountain practicing together.
然后有一天呢，他的上师就说他要往生了。
And then one day, the old master said that he was preparing to die. He was going to die.
然后呢，他就是我们刚刚讲过的就做好这个身体的姿势这个吉祥我的姿势。然后呢，他把他的法衣全部让他的徒弟把他的这些出家人的袈裟给他盖好盖好了以后呢他就躺着，然后就想往生，然后就是通过刚才这种方法准备往生。
So the master assumed the posture that we talked about before, the reclining Buddha. He lay on his side, he had himself covered with his monastic robes, and he began to do this practice that we've been talking about, preparing to die.
然后他的徒弟就因为很难过坐在这个门口一直都哭。
And his disciple, feeling extremely sad that his master was dying, stood at his door threshold crying.
然后他的上师呢，一直都在念这个帕德这个婆啊，一直在念。
And the old master was lying down, continually saying pat pat.
然后念了半天结果走不了了
But after having continually said this for quite a while, the old master still hadn't passed away.
然后上师就站起来，把袈裟披上让徒弟去做饭。
So the old master ended up getting up from his bed, throwing his robe over his shoulder, and ordering his disciple to go and make him dinner.
这个就是因为他这个时机没有把握好。
And that was because he didn't have a proper grasp on the timing of death.
所以在这种情况下，我们以后也是走不了的，所以一定要把这个时间把握好。
So we are the same. If we don't have a proper grasp on the timing, then we also will not be able to leave. So it's important to be exact with that.
如果时间把握的比较好的话那就是通过这种方式走，那么一定能够走得非常非常好。
If, however, we're able to maintain a good grasp on the timing of death, then it's using this method is extremely good.
我们现在很多人生命的这个最后的一刻就在医院的重症监护室里面插了很多的，身上插了很多的管子然后呢死也死不了，活也活不了，最后的时候是特别痛苦的。
These days, many people spend their final moments of life in a facility at the hospital connected to life support with tubes connected in them, neither living or dying in a very difficult state.
那么如果这个时候如果有这样子的这个方法，这样子就是一个很轻松的可以走。
However, if at this point a person in question has this method at their disposal, then it's possible to depart this life with ease.
所以我们人生的时候必须要有准备好我们怎么样去投生。
So it's really important that when we are still alive, that we make proper preparations in respect of how we intend to die.
然后衰老的时候，也要充分的准备我们怎么样去面对衰老。
And as we begin to age, it's really important that we make proper preparations about the aging process.
然后生病的时候也要有准备好我们怎么样去面对这个生病。
And it's the same for illness too. We need to make proper preparations for dealing with illness.
然后最后走的时候呢，也要有充分的准备，怎么样走得更好。
And finally, when it's time to depart this lifetime, it's important that we have made proper preparations regarding how to depart properly.
所以我们生老病死这4个时候都要有也需要一个面对的方法。
So it's important in terms of being born, aging, being ill and dying, that we have proper methods and practices in respect of all of these stages.
然后我们不生不老不病不死这样子的时候，健康的时候怎么样过这个很幸福的生活人生这个也得有一个充分的准备。
And we also need to do thorough preparation for healthy, happy lives when we are not in the process of being born, being aged, being ill or dying.
怎么样生活更有意义？
So as to how we should live, which is the most meaningful way of doing so?
怎么样生活更加的幸福？
How to live? What's the more happy way of living?
这些都是如果我们用佛法的方法去做准备，完全是可以做到的。
If we use Buddhist methods to prepare for all these eventualities, then we'll be able to face them well.
好，我们今天的这个课就讲到这里。
So that brings to a close our teaching for this afternoon.
我们最后大家做个回向。
And we're going to finish now with a dedication.
就是我们今天听经闻法的这个功德全部的功德，全部的福报这个分享给所有的众生。然后呢，我们发自内心的发愿，以我们的功德能让所有的众生幸福快乐，然后最后大家都能够证悟或者是解脱，或者往生西方极乐世界。那我们发一个这样子的心愿，这个叫做回向。
So with this dedication, we pray that the merit that we have gained through listening to this teaching today, we dedicate it to all living beings in the hope that they achieve happiness and ultimately enlightenment, liberation, rebirth in Amitabha's Pure Land. And doing this is what we call dedication.
Sonam de tamje zambanya dole ni be danan banjes kirga nanje walon jba jbim zolen joa jor sho oma hom banzar ger ba ma se de hom oma zangara ba 巴玛舍得吽，对一切苍马拉，关真切些个因子。
Thank you very much, everyone.